Dear partners, I am going to present you a few things about our capital. The name of our capital is Bucharest. First of all, you should know a few things about this town, about its beginnings. Bucharest is a relatively new city. Mention of it is not made until 1459 as one of the residences of Vlad III the Impaler, ruler of Wallachia. The exact origins of the city are therefore unknown. Folklore has the version that a shepherd, Bucur, founded the city, but a more likely candidate is Radu Vodă, also known as Radu Negru, ruler of Wallachia. I'm sure you all heard of Vlad the Impaler, also known as Vlad Dracul, a fictional character in Bram Stoker's movie Dracula. In reality, he was a ruler in Wallachia. It was under his rule that the city grew to any real size, when it became the preferred site of the Wallachian court. This was based in what is today known as the Old Town around the Old Court. During the 20th and the 30s, Bucharest was one of Europe's most architecturally avant-garde cities. A large number of Art Deco buildings were constructed around the city. The charm of Bucharest is revealed by exploring its sprawling city parks, admiring the works of art and exhibits at its excellent museums, and getting lost in the gritty yet charming lanes that weave through the old town. The Old Town is one of Bucharest's earliest settlements, where structures date back to the 15th and the 16th centuries. Over the centuries, it has been the seat of Romanian princes, a center for trade, a place to worship, and a crossroads for travelers. Bucharest's old center is Bucharest's legendary birthplace, as well as its unrivaled party district. Restaurants, cafes, bars, terraces, and the occasional rooftop bar are hosted by old buildings dating from the 17th century's, many boasting beautiful facades and decorations. Located in the old center, Stavropoleos Monastery was built in 1724 in Brâncovenesque style, a mix of Byzantine, Renaissance, Ottoman, and Baroque architecture. It has a great collection of over 8,000 religious and music books. The old princely court is located in the heart of the old town, and it was the palatial residence of Wallachian princes. Perhaps its best-known occupant was Vlad Țepeș, otherwise known as Vlad the Impaler, who inspired Bram Stoker's tale of Dracula. A statue of the infamous Romanian prince stands among what's left from the past, including the quartz wall, several arches, and columns. Located just outside of Bucharest, Snagov Monastery is also known as Vlad Țepeș Monastery due to its connection to the former prince of Wallachia, Vlad the Impaler. Supposedly, after he was killed in the battle of 1476 by the Ottoman Turks, Vlad the Impaler was buried by monks somewhere in the site of the monastery. Although we have traveled a couple of seconds outside of Bucharest, we must go back to the old center for some more unforgettable attractions, and one of them is Cărturești Carousel of Lights. Second site of a beautiful restored 19th century building in the center of the old town is the city's most impressive bookshop, Cărturești Carousel. This 1,000 square meter shop is spread across 6 floors with shelves stocked with more than 10,000 books, as well as 5,000 albums and DVDs. Its design is impressively minimal, playing with light that filters through a central skylight, creating an atmosphere that is like moving carousel, hence its name, which literally translates to carousel of lights. The bookshop is a local hub, not only for reading and browsing through the books, but for art and relaxing. Cărturești Carousel is also frequented for its changing contemporary art displays, media center presentation, and welcoming top-floor bistro cafes. Built in 1806, Manux Inn was the oldest operating hotel in Bucharest before it was recently shut down for restoration. However, the hotel's restaurant, which also was renovated, is open for business. Over the years, Manux Inn has been the site of a number of important events. For example, the peace treaty that ended the Russo-Turkish War in 1812 was held in this building. Manux Inn is an impressive 3-level structure and a beautiful cultural landmark. Well hidden in the heart of the old town lies a treasure trove that carries visitors back to Bucharest's golden age. The museum is nestled in a house that once belonged to a wealthy family of Greek descent. As you may know, Bucharest was called Little Paris, and in the old town there is a museum to remind us of it. This museum, Little Paris Museum, celebrates the history of Bucharest, also known as Little Paris, and its splendid interiors pay homage to the two main influences that defined Bucharest at that time, Byzantine and French. Walking through the rooms while listening to the discreet music in the background and admiring every vintage piece exposed is an experience like no other. Finished in 1878, Bucharest's first Arch of Triumph was made from wood and dedicated to the Romanian soldiers who fought in the World War I. In 1936, it was reconstructed in granite and designed by architect Petre Antonescu at a height of 27 meters. Founded in 1936, the Dimitrie Gusti National Village Museum, usually shortened to simply the Village Museum, is a unique open-air museum that stretches through leafy Herăstrău Park and depicts the traditional way of life in Romania. The Village Museum also displays artifacts and pottery, as well as other traditional items hailing from around the country. Spread over 400 acres, King Michael I Park, or Herăstrău Park, is home to the Dimitrie Gusti National Village Museum, an open-air theater, sports club, and an old-fashioned amusement park. Visitors can enjoy boat rides on the lake or rent bikes to cycle around the park. There are also numerous restaurants located around Herăstrău Park. Bucharest Botanical Gardens are among the city's most beautiful green spaces. Less crowded than regular parks, they offer 18 hectares covered in more than 10,000 native and exotic species of plants. In the summer, the rose garden is not to be missed. In winter, the tropical forest housed in the old greenhouse offers a great contrast with the snowy landscape. Romanian Athenaeum is the city's most prestigious concert hall. The 19th century building, designed by French architect Albert Gairon, resembles to an ancient Greek temple with a 41-meter high dome and a peristyle of 6 Ionic columns. The interiors feature a lobby of intricately painted gold leaf ceilings, cascading balconies, and spiral marble staircases. The 652-seat auditorium is known for its excellent acoustic and its fine art. A 70-meter long and 3-meter high fresco that winds its way around the circular hall proudly depicts scenes from Romanian history. The Palace of the Parliament is one of the top tourist attractions in Bucharest. It is the world's second largest administrative building after Pentagon, an architectural colossus that also claims title as the heaviest building in the world. Boasting more than 3,000 rooms, over 330,000 square meters, and constructed with marble and steel, it was originally called the People's House by its visionary, the dictator Nicolae Ceausescu, who used it as his family residence and as the seat of his government. These were only a few of our capital's beauties. Come and visit us, but not in a hurry, and you will discover more.